All right. So far, it seems all the Apple leaks are starting to be on track. As yes, Apple just sent out their press invitations for their next event where we can expect a ton of hardware. It looks like Samsung wants to add some of their flagship features to an entire line of mid-rangers, even more than they already do. And a new bill shows that the EU wants you to keep your smartphone for at least 7 years. I'm Jaime Rivera, and after some much needed time off celebrating my son Andres on his birthday, happy birthday by the way, it's time to get back to work. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with Google and Pixels, but not for the reasons you would expect. Oh, and by the way, if you're looking for the deals, they're in the description. Anyways, at this point, we already should be having a hands-on video of the Pixel 6, I know, but that's not the case, sadly. Instead, it looks like a ton of people are having problems with their Pixel 3 devices. Users on Reddit and other forums are complaining about how their devices bricked overnight and they're unable to turn them back on or do anything with them. As a matter of fact, most of these devices immediately entered Qualcomm's emergency download mode once you turn them back on, which prevents users from installing custom ROMs, meaning you can't even get a bootloader to run on it. Apparently, the issue might have something to do with a recent security patch, or with the Snapdragon chip's framework, or even a hardware issue, but it's all speculation at the moment. So far, Google hasn't provided any statements on the matter, and we don't know if they're working on a solution, but it's best not to update your phone if it's still working fine as of right now. And heads up, I already powered on my Pixel 3 and will update on the comments in case my phone stops working. I'll keep you posted. And since we're on the topic of older smartphones like the Pixel 3, let's talk about the EU's latest efforts to let you keep your smartphone for a longer period of time. According to a new report, the German government is lobbying in the EU to require smartphone manufacturers to provide at least 7 years of security updates and spare parts for all of their smartphones. The bill is being proposed as a way to reduce e-waste and give your smartphone more of a computer cycle, where you don't feel the need to change it as often, and allowing you to get better repair support as well. At the moment, most Android phones are getting 3 years of security updates, but some flagships from other companies are barely getting 2. Of course, you got Apple still supporting the iPhone 6s 5 years later, but apparently they're not on board for giving you an extra 2 years. See, the industry advocacy group Digital Europe, which includes Apple, Google, and Samsung, wants the requirement to be at least just 3 years, and they also want to limit the spare parts requirements to just displays and batteries rather than cameras, speakers, and other components like Germany is proposing originally. We'll see how the case develops, and let us know, how long do you think it should be, or how long do you keep your phone regularly? Now let's shift gears onto Samsung, as it looks like the company wants to change even more things about their current strategy. This year, they decided to skip the Galaxy Note series to shine some light on their foldables, even if there's a debate if we might still be getting the Note. The thing is, now they want to bring even more of their flagship features to the A series smartphones, other than just the Galaxy name. According to a new report from the LX, Sammy is working on offering optical image stabilization to all their A series devices that are expected to launch next year. So far, OIS has been limited to flagships that the company has launched. At the moment, we don't have any concrete information about them making this move, other than the fact that they want to do it. And if they were to add OIS to some of their cheaper phones, it could really shake things up for the market, considering the starting price of some of these devices. And while we're talking Samsung, let's move on to their upcoming flagships for a second. We have a new report from Tron where he's claiming that Sammy wants to expand the Snapdragon-powered Galaxy S22 series to more regions. Now, it's kind of weird, so take it with a grain of salt, because on the tweet thread from a couple of days ago, Tron claims that Verizon is requesting Exynos chips, which is crazy considering their close relationship with Qualcomm. Still, I assume this is the reason for the expansion of Snapdragon to other regions like the rest of North America, Korea, China, India, while Europe is still stuck with the Exynos. So yes, good news to everyone in India if this ends up happening, but why is Verizon requesting Exynos chips? Could it be that the whole AMD collaboration is that good? And finally, for the hottest news today, let's talk about Apple as you knew it was coming. Yes, earlier today, the company sent out their press invitations for an event to happen on September 14th. Greg Joswiak took onto Twitter to post a teaser video with the caption that reads, "We're California streaming on September 14th. See you real soon." And then the video then shows the Apple logo spinning next to a window on Apple campus, and it then zooms into a lake that really reminds me of the old macOS wallpapers. At this event, we're expecting Apple to release the iPhone 13 line, which is tipped to consist of 4 devices like it did last year, even with rumors that the Mini would be disappearing. We can also expect other products like the AirPods 3 and the Apple Watch Series 7. The rumor mill also hints to the redesigned iPad Mini and even the new M1X MacBook Pros, but we're not entirely sure about those 2 devices making the cut, as we hear it could probably happen until a November event, according to previous leaks. Now, speaking of those, a couple of weeks ago, we covered a new report from John Prosser on the dates for the new iPhones. And since he was on spot with the press date in the invitation, it looks like pre-orders are going to begin on the 17th, with the new iPhones being available in stores on the 24th. Just to give you guys a little tiny recap, some of the upgrades we're expecting with the iPhone 13 include a smaller notch, 120Hz LTPO displays, some slight improvements on the camera, and the new A15 chip. Apple Watch is now reportedly getting a squared-off design with slimmer bezels on the display, but no new sensors. And then AirPods are finally getting a new design that looks more like the Pros, but still with no ANC, which would only make sense if they drop the price given where the market is going. That being said, let us know what you're excited about most for this event, because in my case, it's getting the smaller Pro iPhone with the image stabilization, the sensor shift technology, and not having to get the Pro Max, where I just don't feel that I got that experience for the added money. But that's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social medias. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram. And follow me on my personal handles to see me celebrate my son, as I love doing. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.